What's going on YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Genshin Impact showcase, and today we're talking all about the Hydro Healer Barbara that everybody should have gotten for free or should get for free from the event running right now. We're going to talk about her gear, her kit, how to best utilize her as a healer, and where she stands in the meta. So let's get into it. Barbara is going to be a range support healing type unit that specializes in healing your party along with applying the wet element and doing hydro damage. As you can see here, she has that normal ranged attack where if you do it consecutively, you are going to do a little bit more damage on that end hit, along with the fact that she can do a charge attack that actually does an AoE burst of hydro damage. Her elemental ability is going to be Let the Show Begin, which is going to put nice little cute musical notes around her and a little chorus of songwriting. And what that does is it lets her apply the wet element to the enemies, along with her auto attacks being able to heal the party as she has that applied. If you do a long click hold attack while this ability is applied to her, it's going to heal your party members at 4 times the rate. So that's one of the reasons why you may want to look into long click or long hold attacking with Barbara over just normal clicking. Her healing is going to scale off of HP, which is great. It's going to be a little bit different than somebody like Chi-Chi, who's going to be doing mad damage because hers scales off of attack. This allows your Barbara to be a bit more tanky. So if you get in a situation where you know you're going to be hit by a big ability, Barbara may be able to be like a pseudo tank support as well, because she's going to have that nice chunk of HP because of her heals are scaling off of it, and you're building her that way to be able to take that hit. So you might want to switch to Barbara, and sadly, she's going to have to take the hit for you. Another great thing about the Let the Show Begins is that if it is on a character, it stays on all the characters if it is active. So you can see we're switching off of Barbara here, and it stays active. And the reason for that is it regenerates HP for whatever character is active at increments, at different time intervals with the healing. So she doesn't have to be active to heal with this, while it's just not healing the entire party, and it doesn't heal as much as if she was active. Moving on to her ultimate, it's kind of cool. It's like a hit uh-oh button. It's a shiny miracle. You can see here, it looks amazing. She like does a little dance and everybody gets healed. Heals friendly forces in all parties for a large amount of HP that scales with Barbara's max HP. Again, we're going to be building Barbara with max HP in mind. This is a great ability to be using when you're in battle. You just hit the button, you switch to Barbara, you can hit it, instant heals for your entire party, and it's kind of like if you get into trouble, you just switch over and do it, and it's something I like to keep in my back pocket, but not that Barbara has a problem with building up her elemental burst or ultimate. It's just that, again, like I said, it's like an uh-oh button. If I get in really big trouble, a character gets really low, I can get them back up instantly, and it feels great. Now let's talk about her passives. The first one we're going to go over is Glorious Season. That's going to be stamina consumption reduced by 12% for any character that has her elemental ability going around. Let the Show Begin. So those little music notes. So if you have that on, you have that active, not only are you healing a bit at intervals, you're also taking reduced stamina to do your stamina moves, which is like sprint, dodge, all that good stuff. So it's like a little bit of extra you get put on there for support. So you have a little bit more stamina while you have Let the Show Begins. Next up is Encore, which is her character Ascension 4 ability that will be unlocked. When a character gains an elemental orb or particle, which are the things that you get from enemies for hitting them that put up your elemental burst, the duration of Let the Show Begins melody loop is extended by 1 second for a maximum of 5 seconds. So once you unlock this, Let the Show Begin will last longer, up to 5 seconds longer, because of this passive. So even if you're on another character and you're getting that interval healing, you're getting that stamina reduction going on, this will allow that to stay on you longer. Or if you're healing with Barbara and you're getting some of those orbs or particles, you're going to be able to let that apply for longer as well. And last but not least, she has one of the best like cooking or crafting passives in the game, in my opinion, and you're going to use it often, but you got to remember to use it. As you can see here, when a perfect cooking is achieved on a dish with restorative effects, so you're going to read which ones, like HP going up, stuff like that, there's a 12% chance to obtain double the product. This has happened to me more often than you can count, and I forget all the time. So make sure you guys don't forget, if you're cooking and you're cooking for HP up food and you're looking for a regen and stuff like that, make sure Barbara's in your passive slot, because it's going to be great for you. One of the feedbacks and criticism I got from my official video is people wanted me to cover Constellations. And Constellation is the dupe system. I know all of you guys are out there. It's going to take you a while. We just started the game to get these Constellations filled up, but I still want to cover them to show what the unit can potentially do. So a lot of things in the Constellation for Barbara is going to be energy up stuff. And what energy does is that's what you need to be able to use your ultimate or elemental burst. And you can see that every 10 seconds with this one, she's just going to get an energy. That way you're getting towards that big ultimate hill, which is great. Another thing we need to look at here, she has some of these abilities that just let her levels go up on her abilities, making them stronger. But we can look at Vitality Burst. This is just going to give somebody that has Let the Show Begins extra hydro damage. So this is going to let her do extra hydro damage. Maybe you put it on somebody like Mona. She's going to be extra hydro damage, and it reduces the CD of Let the Show Begin. And then we have Attentiveness Be My Power. Every enemy Barbara hits with a charged attack, which again, charged attacks heals more. Now charged attacks will also give an energy for her, letting her fill up her ultimate or her elemental burst even faster, so you can get that big AoE heal. And then last but not least, we're talking about dedicating everything to you. As you can see in this clip, my poor Fischl drops to the dirt, and because my Barbara is 6 out of 6 Constellation, she will bring somebody back to health 100%. Period. So she's just auto revive. She can't auto revive herself. It only applies to another unit as long as Barbara's not active on the field, but she can do that every 15 minutes. This is bonkers, guys. A unit goes down, you make a mistake, an enemy hits you too hard, and Barbara at 6 out of 6 will just bring it back like you made no mistake. And this can only happen every 15 minutes, so more than likely once per battle that you're doing. But in the end, it is a super lifesaver and very, very powerful ability. Talking about the weapons that Barbara is going to be able to use, there's not one in the game that's going to be better than Prototype Malice for her. Not only is it giving HP %, which is what her heals are based off of, as a passive here, it also has an amazing weapon passive that we can read. Using Elemental Burst, which is her healing ultimate, regenerates 4 energy every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. So she's going to be able to get her ultimate back up, or elemental burst, extremely quickly when this weapon is what she's using, okay? And that's going to be her big healing, making sure your team stays out of trouble. It's great. And then look at the rest of it. Additionally, all party members will regenerate 4% HP every 2 seconds for this duration. So it's talking about these 6 seconds that the elemental burst regenerative gliding ability is happening. So not only are you getting to use your ultimate more, you're getting that nice HP stat, you're also just putting an AoE regen on everybody when you use your elemental burst. So it's fantastic. It makes her even a better healer, and you can craft this. You can see that I'm in the forge right here. I wouldn't, if you're not going to be going and using Barbara forever, you know, craft 1 or 2 of these guys, you know, obviously putting the refinement rank up, but I think one of them is fantastic to start out with. It's a best in slot for her, and there are other options obviously to do more damage. When we're talking about healing, we're talking about being a support healer, this is the one you want to go with. Moving on to the artifacts for Barbara, there's only one set that healers I think makes them grade A healers, and one that they want, and it's no other than the Maiden Beloved set. It's the healer set. 2-piece character healing effectiveness up 15%. She's going to be healing a little bit more there. And the 4-piece, when she uses her elemental skill, when she puts the little music notes around her, or she does her elemental burst, which is that big heal, everybody in the party is going to be healed 20% more for 10 seconds. So we think about it, if we have that weapon we just crafted and we put that regen, that is going to be affected by this as soon as we activate our elemental burst or our elemental ability. It's great stuff, man. It makes her heal to the maximum potential. Now when we get into what substats, what main stats we're looking for, we said she scales off HP, and we're kind of going to make her a pseudo tank. So you're looking for HP %, you're looking for defense %. Energy regeneration may be good for her if she has a lot of it already, but if you want to push that even to the maximum to make sure elemental burst is ready, you can do that as well. Some attack % would be great. She does need to attack, and you know, that couldn't hurt at all. And then you could put some elemental mastery on her, because elemental mastery is going to help her do a little bit more damage when she does do her elemental you know, combustion, or you know, all that good stuff. Her elemental reactions and stuff like that are going to get more damage with elemental mastery. I think she's a very easy unit to build because of the availability of the Maiden Beloved, and you're going for HP, and a lot of units aren't going to want that. They're going to want those offensive attack stats, critical damage. So she can take all that HP stuff and be like your pseudo tank healing support. I think she's phenomenal. Make sure you get the free one by getting to adventure rank 20 before 1.1, because she's going to save your butt in a lot of fights in the abyss as well, to make sure you guys stay healed up and all that good stuff. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below which character showcase or unit showcase you want me to do next. Subscribe for more Genshin Impact content. Follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Claic Yuzolt for Genshin Impact, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.